Hello, everyone. Kyra Schaefer here. I am so happy you are joining me. We're going to talk about business books and what types of business books you can use. And I'm just going to take you on a little journey through some different areas to help you to get clear about what it is that you might want to write about and how you'd like to build your business using your book to do it. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Let's see, here we go. Oh. All right, awesome. And I'm going to go over here. All right, so the first thing I like to do, and just this is a little tip if you're doing some videos and things like that, you can go into incognito mode in your Google Chrome, and you just click these little three dots, and incognito will be up there. So that's kind of a nice little tip. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go out to our website, to asyouwishpublishing.com, and just show you some of the types of books and people can use. You can use for your business books. I know what I'm saying. All right. So the first thing that pops up here is a publishing secrets and book writing checklist. Please feel free to grab that PDF for free out there. And I'm going to go ahead and click off of that. All right. Types of businesses. So if you are one of these, but any really small business or any other types of business can do a book for their company or for their business. So let's look up childcare provider. All right, so let's go out to Amazon and see what kind of books are out there. Okay, childcare. All right. So we have a few things that obviously come up. Dr. Spock's Baby and Childcare, right? Let's go ahead and go over to, instead of all, let's do books. Okay. The bottom line for baby, caring for your baby and young child, how thousands of child care centers and schools are making millions. Dr. Spock's books, Crawling Behind America's Child Crisis, 30-day devotional for child care providers. You can take this particular piece here and, find out, okay, what is it that I'm expert on? What is it that I love about childcare and helping people with that? So that could be an option. Let's check out some of the other ones here. Let's see. Home organizer. Home organization. With these, you can do journals and all kinds of things as well. Beautifully organized, a guide to function and style in your home, the home edit life, the no guilt guide to owning what you want and organizing everything. So if you think about your industry, just type that into Amazon and see what types of books come up, because those could be some really fascinating things that can come up for you where you go, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that as being an option. Not only that, but you could also blog, you could also create other types of content as well. So you don't have to feel like, oh no, I don't know what to come up with, because you could essentially go into one of these books and do a look inside. And go to table of contents and just check out, what are some of the things that they offer in their book. It's for your self-care, stay plugged in, you're always on the go. It's for your work life. You have kids, you have pets, you love to celebrate. Like they're helping you to kind of put yourself into the different types of categories and then what it means to those areas. So those are some really fun ideas that you can absolutely try to make things easier on yourself when you're trying to think of, what do I use? What do I do for content? And what kind of books do people buy? And people will definitely buy this type of home organization book. Let's see. How about coaches, personal development? I'll do self-help. self-help books for women. Let's take a look at that. Self-love, a workbook for women. Good vibes, good life. Let's see, forgiving what you can't forget. Get out of your head. Of course, there's Untamed, Glennon Doyle. There's tons of books out there, How to Stop Worrying, Start Living. And you can just take a look inside and see if there's anything that resonates with you. These very sensational book titles that have been coming out there, yes, they do sell, but you really have to back up the information on those types of the Unf Yourself type books. Self-love workbook. You can also look at other types of self-esteem workbooks, things like that as well, if you are in that personal development field. And just take a look, like I said, into the Look Inside feature on Amazon and see what types of things they talk about. And I'm not saying to copy anything. I'm not telling you to go out and do exactly what they did. It's just to kind of get your mind geared in that direction. Very stylized book here. I don't know if I like that pink on orange. It's not too great, but the lowdown on self-love, prepare the road ahead, start where you are, find compassion, self-doubt, self-worth, relationships, that kind of thing. So it doesn't have to be overly taking people to the point where they're like, the most absolutely advanced situation for people. You're allowed to take yourself, even as an example, and say, okay, when I was starting my personal development journey, what kinds of things did I need to know? Because where you are now is not necessarily where people are that you would be working with. They could be just kind of starting out and in this process and in this flow. So it's okay to look at some of these and go, okay, well, where do people start, or where did I start? And then begin writing your book. So the other types of books would be how-tos, tips and tricks, life hacks, those kinds of things when it comes to these different types of jobs and businesses out there. I mean, we could look at accounting as one that's more in that vein. The joy of accounting. Who knew? People, accountants, they know that because that's their passion. That's what they love. And so, you can think about some of these types of things, accounting made simple. If you are an accountant or CPA or something, and you want to just offer some advice, especially for those people that are in your life who, and clients and things like that, who want to have an understanding of what's going on. And it not only that, but it'll educate your customers. And in that education, you might find that their learning curve cuts down significantly, and they're not asking you a bunch of questions that you've already answered multiple times over and over and over again. So that is one very effective way that books are beneficial in your business. Not only visibility, credibility, getting, people to understand that you are an expert in this, but it's also a great way to help educate people on how to use your service and product, which I love. The accounting game. There's a game. I love it. All right. So those are some ideas. Cleaning service. You could do a how-to book on cleaning products, tips and tricks, things like that, so that when you go to clean people's houses, you could leave the book. If they're ordering, like, let's say they're going to get on a system with you, and they're going to have multiple times that they have you come in and clean for them. You could leave a workbook with them, or you could leave a tips and tricks book with them to help them kind of organize or clean up their space, so that when it's time for you to come in and do the work, you might not have to do as much as what you had previously because they might be using some of your helpful tips and tricks. Also, too, it could be a great way for people. You can say, I'm going to leave another copy. If you would be willing to share that with a friend in your neighborhood, that would be great. Those kinds of things can actually exponentially help you. And it's not a big, massive marketing push. It's just people love what you do and you are helping them to expand your reach. That's it. Tutoring, let's see if you were doing like math tutor. So let's see if they've got any math skills. You could create a book on some basic math skills and leave that, if you are doing a tutoring package online, you could definitely send them a copy of the book. That would be amazing. Parents, kids would love that. And you could just help them kind of your understanding of how things work. Because when you have a textbook, if you are a tutor, if you're somebody that educates, that there are other ways to do things that have been really helpful for you as you were on your journey learning how to do math. And so not to say that you wouldn't do it the same way that everyone else has done it, and you know what I mean? But ultimately, you might know and understand some things that if kids knew that back then, how easy would life have been for them? And in that, you can also say, please share an additional copy with one of the families that you know who need a math tutor. So it's such a great way to market and cross promote. And we're going to talk about cross promotion in a future video, but I wanted just to get this out there so that you could see that you absolutely 1,100 billion%. Is that a percentage? We'll ask our math tutors. To use your book as a way to market your business and your company. Let's do one more. Let's do event planner. This would be a great book for you to use in your business if you're an event planner. Let's see, because you can, let's see, what is it? The Art of the Event Planning, Pro Tips from an Industry Insider. You could write that book if you're an event planner. You could do that for, the art of, accounting, pro tips from an industry insider. This is a great title. I don't use it, but you get my idea, or you get the idea. Celebrate everything, fun ideas to bring your parties to life. You can make it fun. You can make it interesting. You can do your how-tos. You can do your tips and tricks. And because you have a book in paperback, online, through Amazon, it just ups that credibility exponentially. And when you do a leave behind like that, you do a book leave behind after somebody has bought thousands of dollars worth of stuff with you, it's just that little extra bonus thing that people are just, you have to do things for people that are just completely unexpected, and enjoy that process, because it can be really, really fun. So think about what your industry is, type it into Amazon, and then just play, just go out, look and see. It's not about necessarily becoming a bestseller. It's not necessarily about, selling $50,000 or 50,000 copies on Amazon. It's not about that. It's about enhancing your ability to create a really powerful connection between you and your customers, and giving them an opportunity to share your passion project with the world to make a massive difference. Okay, well, let's just see where I'm at here. Here we go. All right, I'm going to stop my screen share. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. I just wanted to pop on here and just give you some of these ideas, because I think that that's one of the biggest things that block a lot of small business owners is like, well, I have a blog and nobody reads it, or I have a this and nobody goes to it, or why should I write a book? And the answer is just like what I've told you. It builds that credibility, increases your visibility. It helps you to to get out there in a different way, and it offers an opportunity for expansion that not many other things can do that. I mean, you can leave a koozie or a cup holder or a you know a you know water thing or whatever. You could totally do those things, but when you leave behind the ability for someone to educate themselves, or you add that to your process or your product, or you help people know that you have something to offer them that not everyone else does, you're going to find some really cool results happen as a result. All right. Thank you so much. I hope you have a fantastic day. If you need anything, I'm at As You Wish Publishing at asyouwishpublishing.com. I'm Kyra Schaefer, and I will be seeing you soon. Bye.